Thank you for returning to Anthracite Horror Stories. And I have an interesting video here today where I am, this is like take number 2, where I'm cooking a hot dog over a coal mine fire. And I was doing it down a few other fissures about 15 yards away, but it was too hot to hold. So I brought some hibachi sticks, or chopsticks, or whatever you call it. And I'm just placing it there as an improvised cooking platform to cook a Nathan's hot dog over a coal mine fire that was started in 1915 by a miner who was mining coal and had his safety lamp on a timber prop, and a coal mine car derailed, and I don't know if it smacked the timber itself or he was distracted from picking up coal off of said derailed coal mine car, and he ended his shift and left the safety lamp on a timber, which shouldn't have caught it on fire. But regardless, a coal mine timber caught on fire, which then jumped into the coal vein. It's so damn hot. And it burned from 1915 all the way up until the end of operation for the colliery, which was in 59. And then, man, it's hot. They attempted to contain the coal mine fire by digging a perimeter around this old village known as Laurel Run, which is all up here at one time. There's Wilkes-Barre. Who knows if it is truly contained? I'm not going to say, I'm not an expert, but it's burning since post-abandonment too, from 1960 roughly to the present day. And what's amazing is they mined all that coal, most likely from the Civil War era, to 1915 when the coal mine fire began, all the way to abandonment till about 1960, and it's burning unchecked for another 62 years. And that's just 1 or 2 veins of coal on fire, the red ash. And that's just amazing that that much coal was left in reserve. Fill a hot dog. Oh yeah. I'm going to attempt to put it deeper, just so it cooks up a little bit quicker. I couldn't do this with my hands over there because I was burning my freaking hands, obviously, because of the coal mine fire. Oh yeah, it's going to burn nice now. Cook nice, I mean. Oh! Wow. Obviously it's hot, and I wouldn't come up here and replicate this because you could hypothetically fall in one of these fissures and you'll literally like be in a hellfire. Now I'm not worried about asphyxiating because this is open atmosphere. You can see the smoke. So the noxious fumes are being diluted. Good thing I brought more of those sticks. Sorry, my tripod's broke here naturally. But it's extremely hot. So we have a ghost coal miner who's probably been deceased for a long time, cooking my hot dog. If you want to get analytical, the deceased miner is cooking my hot dog. And it's working. This is actually working. Ugh. The other fissure, it was burning real good, but it was also cooking my fingers. So I don't want to have little Vienna sausage fingers, all because I'm trying to cook a Nathan's hot dog here over a coal mine fire. It's just not fun. So in a sense, I'm just boiling this hot dog because it's just steam. It's not like a campfire where you get a nice grill on it, char mark, whatever. I'm just steaming the hell out of this hot dog. So we have some potato hot dog buns. I guess that would be, okay, so it's saying Dutch. I was thinking Polish, but it's German. I really don't want my hot dog to fall and touch some of those rocks because I'm sure people pee in these all this time to make steam. So that's the last thing I need is some nasty pee all over it. Especially since I'm fighting off all this illness because I have kids and we went back to school. Got some relish and some ketchup. So the poor miner, I don't want to call him a ghost, but you know, obviously he's deceased a long time. Probably dead in the 30s. Wonder if he lost his job since he lit the whole damn coal mine on fire. But he was probably underpaid and distracted and exhausted, probably had a million kids. Wow. Yeah, it's hot. That's probably over 200 degrees. I was guessing. It's probably damn close to a water boil temperature. Ugh. Yeah, it just fogged my glasses just from that far away up. So it gives you an idea about the heat. So this poor guy, at a minimum, got his ass chewed. Probably docked his pay. So while that's cooking, I'll make a little panorama shot. There was a village up here. And my next door neighbor in Plains actually lost their house. And they said they had it on camera being bulldozed. They recorded it. Look at that, that's all on fire. Now this fire has been steadily burning in the same level from 2005. So obviously it's been burning a lot longer than that. But again, just the amount of coal in reserve. There's Wilkes-Barre. East End. Well, that's North End in the distance. There's East End in the foreground. My father's an East Ender and my mother is a North Ender. So in the close foreground here, that was the Baltimore. In the distance over here was the Dorrance Colliery. Both of my great-grandparents worked. And my maternal grandfather. So two great-grandparents on both sides ironically worked in the same Lehigh Valley Coal Company. And my maternal grandfather, who was also a prisoner of war during World War II, Purple Heart recipient, fought with General Patton. He has the Irish luck. He was captured with just 6 weeks left in the war. He's on a shady raid to rescue General Patton's son-in-law. It's a pretty famous raid. It's called the Bomb Raid. B-A-U-M. Named after the captain, the American captain that was given this impossible mission. Patton couldn't just wait a few weeks to have his son-in-law. And the American forces actually shot the son-in-law through the hip. And the bullet tore through it exited through his ass cheek. And it really messed him up. And he couldn't even leave the German prisoner of war camp. And then all the Americans were either captured, wounded, missing, or killed on the raid. It was like 330 Americans went on that raid. But I was told when my grandfather passed away that he came home from the war like on a Friday and went right back to coal mining. Worked on the surface, but he went right back to the Dorrance Colliery on a Monday. Oh yeah, it's cooking up. Let's feel it, as I'm touching that rock. It's probably been urinated on. Yeah? I mean, it's not like ridiculously, like dangerously hot, but that's cooking. I might stick it in a little bit more down. Reposition my sticks. Oh man, those rocks are hot. Again, I wouldn't come up here and replicate this. You could fall through the ground. Whoa. I have enough wherewithal to understand what I'm doing. I've been doing anthracite mining related stuff since 2003. So if the trolls are going to come after me, so be it. But chances are I probably know more about mining than you do. Gotta love the trolls. There we go. Let's get a close-up of that weenie cooking in the fissure. So I just got my chopsticks, which I can't use anyway, dug into the dirt sidewall. The inferno down there is venting super hot gas out like a chimney. It's essentially a gigantic fissure vent. And you got to be careful because the ground isn't stable, obviously, in here, in surrounding areas. So it might look stable, but it's not really. It might be super hollow. Might not be any ground under this. The rock, you can see how the rock is loosely placed in there. See what I mean? Voidage. But then there'll be rock, and then there'll be more voidage, and then there'll be rock, and then voidage. But if you jumped in that, you're gonna friggin' go down, I guarantee, somewhat. Probably a foot or so. Get a nice action shot. I've just had a few trolls. Of course, not a lot of people will compliment you, but they'll criticize you. I've done a lot with the mines since 2003. Self-taught. I've had experts teach me too, though. There goes my can. It's got a leak. So there's the Irish luck. The can of soda was blowing out a high pressure amount of soda there because I just knocked it over on a rock. So yeah, we have a ghost here. A ghost coal miner cooking my hot dog in the present day. How weird is that? That's pretty close to the extent of going back in time. I mean, this is weird if you think about it. This gentleman is cooking my hot dog at the moment. Poor guy. Probably felt like a piece of crap for catching his workplace on fire that would burn for possibly 1,000+ years. But man, he really did a doozy of a job here. Nope. Just heard something. I was attempting to cook the hot dog in these fissures, but like I said, I was burning the hell out of my fingers. Should have just brought a grill. Wasn't thinking. Beautiful sunset up here at the former Laurel Run mining village. It's a shame those people all lost their homes. Oh yeah, I hear it sizzling, baby. Free fuel up here, baby. Could bring some steaks. I mean, it might take all night. Roast some steaks. Get some corn. Yeah, it's sweating all the fat out. Wow, was that hot. So I know you could eat these damn things raw. I know a girl that used to eat these raw. I mean, that's, nah. I'm good. So I'm gonna just try to get a little bit more of a cook on that, and I'll give it the taste test here on camera and let you know if it's any good. Got relish and ketchup. It's really hot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited about this. I thought about this. I'm like, you know, when I did the other video on my channel, I'm like, why don't I said it's hot enough to cook, and I'm like, I might as well just try. Beautiful sunset. Birch trees are birch trees again, as I stated in my Huber mine video. Look at those clouds. They like to grow in acidic soil. That's why you see a lot of birch trees and coal piles and just old mining waste spots. The pH of the soil is affected. And then eventually the birch trees all die off. Again, sorry for my head cold, sniffling here. I can't beat it. But then those trees die and they lay down a layer of wood that rots, and that makes new soil, which is actual organic soil, unlike the mine waste. And then other trees can grow, like maple and oak and all that, so it reclaims itself. If you come up here, be careful. I think I said in the air video, there's a lot of gunfire up here. A lot of shotgun shells and rifle shells and pistol shells. No one's probably going to hurt you, but just be careful, like ricochets or accidentally getting shot. It's kind of a dynamic area up here. It's almost like Mad Max. It's kind of an apocalyptic region. I've never had any problems though. So the coal ran up these mountains down in the valley, where all those buildings are. The coal is going to run flat, but it's going to run deep. And then that mountain range, it's going to come up to the surface. All the veins will eventually start to pitch upward, facing like up the mountain, kind of like the same topography of the mountain. And it'll actually come to an outcrop, it's called. So from that mountain range, down the valley, and then it pitches back up into these mountains. And they're called outcrops. So this is like an outcrop fire. 2 veins of ash, red ash, lower and upper red ash. Bottom, top, whatever you want to call it. But they're separated by many hundreds of feet, if not more, down the valley. They actually basically touch up here. This is like a crop out fire, a outcrop mine fire. And this will burn down to the aquifer towards the valley, but in a north and south direction, it's going to continue to fire. It's going to continue to advance, the fire. And that's why they were attempting to dig trenches and fill it with clay and ash and rock and stuff like that to prevent it from advancing northerly or south. So only time will tell. That was in the 60s and 70s. Okay, so you're gonna put it on our, I'm gonna get my relish ketchup. Just gotta go for it, right? How far? Anthracite coal mine fire hot dog. It really doesn't get any weirder than that. Strange. Yeah, man, it feels like a hot dog at a ballpark. Put my stick there because I might make another one. Why not? I'm fat. I will police up all my trash. Anyone that knows me knows I pick up garbage in the woods all the time. The wrapper. Get a relish. Again, I'm not littering even though the earth is on fire here. I don't know, maybe the center of this thing is ice cold. Find out. Let's see how it looks. Coal mine fire hot dog, compliments of the Lehigh Valley Coal Company, and a miner who's probably been dead for 90 years. Wow, it was cooked all the way through. It worked. Am I the first person to cook food over this? Probably not. If I was a betting person. Man, that's good. I really didn't think that was going to work. It didn't seem too hot on the outside, but it's pretty good. Yeah. That's very good. Not bad, not bad. So thanks for viewing this. If you have any questions, let me know. You know, I don't advise about coming up here. Just fall through the earth and die a very painful and terrible death. And if you have luck like me, you probably wouldn't die instantly. You'd fall like 40, 50 feet and just like slowly cook to death, or just asphyxiate over like the course of a whole night. So yeah, I wouldn't come up here. Oh man, it's good. I'm gonna cook another one. So there we go. The Laurel Run Mine Fire. Wilkes-Barre Township, Pennsylvania, and possibly America's biggest forgotten coal mine fire outside of such a large metropolitan area. Look at all that industry and private residency. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good day. Bye.